So Ross, it's been a quick turnaround, obviously, after playing Watford. So a competitive 11 are going to be joining us from Arsenal. How have the squad preparations gone so far?
Yeah, it's been good. We've obviously had a tough game against Watford. We've had one training session to spin it around, to prepare for it, for the Arsenal game. So quick turnaround, but the boys, they want to play games. I said that in the previous sort of interview, that the boys want to get into the games now. We've had a good, solid few sessions. So the boys had a real appetite to play against Watford, and it was a tough game. It was a really tough game. We had to work our shape a lot, be hard to beat. We created a couple of opportunities, but not as many as we'd probably like. But when you're playing against a team like Watford, who the calibre of player in their team and their squad is really high, it's always going to be a difficult game. So there's loads of positives. We went through them today on the video. Loads of positives to look at. Some things we need to work on, most definitely. But it's important that we don't look at it in depth too much and get down on things. It's our first game, it's a new group of players, it's a new system, new way of playing, so it's going to take a bit of time, but there's some real promising signs in there. Again, against a team like Watford, you look at the scoreline and you go, that's very respectable. We've had some young boys, young Adam Morley got on the pitch as well at the end, which was brilliant to see. But everyone worked their socks off, and that's the absolute minimum, is to work our socks off every game. So it'd be no different. Arsenal will be a strong team, whatever they bring, so it's another challenge.
Yeah. What are some of you mentioned improvements, what are some of the key improvements you do want to see in tomorrow's tie?
We want a bit more of the ball this game. We didn't have too much of the ball against Watford, and we understand that they're a strong team, very good on the ball and without the ball, very fit, very powerful. So we knew that was going to happen, but we would like to enjoy the ball a little bit more against Arsenal if possible. We've done a little bit of work today on it, not too much, but a little bit. But I think every game we're trying to add something. We can't cover every basis in the first 2 weeks. It's going to take time. We've got games and games for a reason, really, to try and practice those things. So we've got a few more games now to kick on, really, and try and implement a few more things. But I think Arsenal is definitely one that we want to see more of the ball. We want to try and control a little bit more of the game, because the boys have a real appetite to want the ball now. So that's really important. We trained really well today. The boys will rest up this evening and report tomorrow to hopefully play a good game of football.
Yeah, nice. And are there any sort of key players coming in tomorrow that you think are going to be quite pivotal in the game?
Everyone who plays, we're going to need everyone. Charlie O'Connell played 90, he wasn't really intending for that to happen, but he's a fit boy, so I know we could do it. But everyone's going to be needed tomorrow. It's still early in pre-season, we don't want any injuries, we don't want to kill anyone from day one. Everyone needs to share the minutes and get fit. That's the main reason for pre-season, is to get fit. So fitness is a key target, but at the same time we need to get the boys on gelling with each other, and that takes time. Different areas, different positions, different personnel, different partnerships are being formed now. So hopefully we see some of those tomorrow. If not, we'll work on it, and that's what training's for. So so far the reaction from the players and the attitude has been first class, so there's no complaints.
Yeah. And what sort of different tests do you feel the Arsenal side are going to offer, comparing it to Watford?
I mean, they're good players. They're going to be good players, technically very good, tactically very aware. They would have played and trained with each other daily for a couple of seasons now. They'll know each other inside out, so they'll know the patterns, they'll know how they want to play, they'll know each other's strengths and weaknesses. We're still working that out. Our boys are very gelled off the pitch. On the pitch, we still need to gel. We still need to work each other out, strengths and weaknesses of each player, being a new group and new players coming in and playing a different way, hopefully. So I think the youth and the energy side of things, Watford had abundance of that as well. So it'd be a hard test. Both games are tough tests. There's no sort of like warm-up games. There's no games that you think, okay, well, we'll go to a local club and we'll try and score a few goals and make us feel good. We're straight into the mix of competitive, tough games. So the boys will benefit from this. It's not to kill them or to expose them. It's to stress them early and to get some work into them. And so far, the boys have worked hard.
Yeah. And will we expect a similarly rotated squad this time? Is it going to be the same as Watford? You're going to try and get as many minutes into the lads as possible?
Yeah, a few boys have rotated. The boys who started first half, second half. A few boys changing positions, but that's what we need to see in training and in games, really. So it's a new set of players for my eyes. So I need to see them in different positions as well. I want to see them in different positions. I want to see their strengths and weaknesses in different areas of the pitch. So there might be a few boys who are changing positions, but that's fine. That's why we have a squad, and that's what a squad is used over the season. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know the boys are as well. You can't not look forward to playing on that pitch out there. We had a little taste of it today, 10 minutes on it just to get a feel of the ball, and the boys love it, so we can't complain.